My name is Brett Rail, and I serve as the Executive Director and Team Leader for Christ Bible Institute here in Nagoya, Japan. Right now we're standing outside of the CBI building, an amazing facility that God has blessed us with, that we've owned since 2010. And we are so grateful for all of the years of ministry that we've been able to serve here. But as we look towards the future, as we seek to take the gospel deeper and further throughout Japan, we believe optimizing this building for ministry through a large-scale renovation is absolutely crucial for us to fulfill that calling. So we're going to take a look inside to see some of the things that we're going to be doing to improve this space. So one of the main things that we're trying to do in this project is we're trying to create more spaces where project teams and Bible studies and ministries and things can meet at the same time so that the whole building is more usable. Another thing that we're doing, though, is really illustrated well here in the first floor in our entrance area. And that's the fact that when we moved in this building, it was owned by an industrial company, and none of the spaces that we have were designed for the purposes that we use them for. And so, you know, the ambiance, right, of coming into our entrance and our welcome space, you know, we have this large concrete counter that is, you know, kind of takes up space, and it's right in the middle of everything. A receptionist wouldn't even really work for a receptionist to work back there. And so instead we want to create a lounge where people can come in, they feel like they're really welcome. It's a warm space. It helps set the tone for the kind of ministry we are, whether it's a potential student or whether it's a visiting pastor or whether it's a non-Christian that's meeting with somebody to hear the gospel. We want this to be the right kind of first experience with CBI. On this first floor, we're also going to be extending our primary office, our central general affairs office, because we have more staff and they're cramped. It's hard for them to all meet in there at once, and so we're going to be spreading that wall out a couple feet to give some additional space in that room as well. So the second floor really illustrates the potential for this project in optimizing the building for ministry. Right now I'm standing in the middle of the chapel space. Right next to us is a multi-purpose room, and then we have a third meeting space that we're actually using for storage right now because you can't use these three rooms at the same time. You can only use one of them. Usually there's a seminary class in here because it's the only room that's large enough at this moment to be able to host our student body. So because we don't have any kind of hallway or anything separating that, if someone comes in, they interrupt the whole class, and so you can't access these other two rooms. Even if you snuck in and didn't, you know, apologize for interrupting and went into the multi-purpose room, the multi-purpose room is not soundproof at all. There's a big window in the middle of the room. And so sound travels through. People in that room are interrupting the people who are in the classroom. People who are in the classroom, if the professor's loud, there's going to be interrupting people that are in a meeting or whatever's going on in the multi-purpose space. So the idea is to create a designated classroom in what is now our multi-purpose room and allow the chapel to be a chapel. So this would be a space where we're having our regular chapels, where we're doing our graduations. We have two different churches that meet here on Sundays, and then, you know, we have things like weddings that happen here, and this would be a facility that is really designed well for that. And that also, by building a small hallway here, we're going to make this room that we're only using for storage right now, we'll put a different door on it, so it's clear and you can, you know, it'll be a brighter room in there, and people will be able to meet in there. You can have a project team meeting or a student fellowship space or any number of things like that need to happen. On the third floor, we're going to be doing a couple different things. One is we're going to build a little hallway that will allow our CBS President's office to be accessed without having to interrupt people who are in the library. Right now his office is just in the library, so I have a small hallway that he'll be able to go to without that being directly in the library. Here in the Professor's Lounge, we're going to update and build good workstations for our professors. These guys are doing amazing work, and we just haven't been able to give them a great working environment so far. You can see our furniture is all mismatched. Everybody's got a different thing going on here. You know, we just had a new faculty member who joined, and this was the only space that we were able to offer him. And so we are going to put in nice cubicles, shelving, access to electricity and internet, so our professors are able to prep the lectures and sermons and things that they're doing to help equip Christians in Japan for the work of gospel ministry. So on the fourth floor, the biggest things we're going to do, the CBI Media Office is up here, as well as our video studio. This is some of the most important things that we're doing for the future, so we want to make sure that they have excellent working environments. And then the room that I'm currently in is a conference room. We have a lot of different project teams that are using this space on a regular basis, and so we're just going to update this so that it's a really good space for those meetings. So I'm now on CBI's hidden fifth floor. This is outdoor space, And most of our staff don't ever even come up here because I'm surrounded by old HVAC equipment. It's not safe to come up here. We have an electrical panel over there that has hazardous materials in it that needs to be updated, upgraded so that it's a lot smaller and so those hazardous materials are not in there. And all of this old HVAC equipment is just rusting and wrecking our waterproofing. We're gonna cut all this stuff down. We're gonna decrease the size of the electric panel, and we're gonna put a deck down up here so that we can have small groups, we can have fellowships, we can have Bible studies. They can meet in a beautiful outdoor space right in the middle of the city. And whether they're praying or spending time together, they'll be able to be in a wonderful place. So thank you so much for doing this walkthrough with us. We do hope that you would join us in this project and really appreciate your time.